Hello and welcome to Nintendo Nightly. My name is Michael Cottrell, your host, and Nintendo Nightly is just a daily bite-sized look at something in Nintendo, whether that be news, impressions, reviews, sometimes just something that's bothering me. Today's going to be a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a quickie rant, because your boy, that's me, went into Fire Emblem Heroes on my iPhone today because I've been trained like an animal to go in there once a day and claim my free orbs, and after like 50 days I can try and summon someone and get a bronze instead of a gold. If you are unfamiliar with all that terminology, that's great. You should stay that way. Fire Emblem Heroes is Nintendo's indulgence in the loot boxatorium that's going on, the loot box palooza that's going on in the games industry right now. Because right now it's unregulated. It's essentially gambling, but you don't have to play by the rules of gambling because apparently, according to the ESRB, it's not gambling if you can't cash out. Funny enough, I don't see how that really benefits anybody except for the people selling it to not give their customers an option to cash out. I mean, honestly, if I could quit Fire Emblem and get some money back for it, I'd probably do that. But that's where we're sort of at with this game. It was about a year ago when it first came out, and it's really a fantastic idea and a fantastic game. The whole thought behind it is that we're taking the entire formula of Fire Emblem, whittling it down to just the most important parts, and then putting that into bite-sized battles for the most part. Now they have longer battles, but the formula really works. And the cast of characters that they use and the locales are all like from the most obscure Fire Emblem characters and places to the most famous ones. And I've really enjoyed this game, honestly. It's been a fantastic diversion away when I'm like walking the dog or waiting on my oil to be changed. You know, you have sort of those moments where you want to sit down and dive into a console game. You want to play a handheld and just kind of like chill on your couch. And then you have those times where like you just don't want to commit to much. And so you just pop into the phone and you play a game like this. The game works in, I mean, you only really need 4 people to make a team and to play the game. And you can play the game for free with all the free units they give you. They throw you a bone every once in a while and get you some of the good units to equip on your team, or they'll give you discounted ones that will help you out. But my irk with the game currently, my little problem that I wanted to talk about today is just this, like they're not even ashamed of the lootiness that's going on, the ludicrous nature of it all. And this comes off of the new summoning focus, which is there's all these characters in Fire Emblem. A great majority of them are garbage. And then whichever new one there is, and a few select old ones there are going to be the good ones that you can really like build a team around and really get a great score in arena and do well there. And some of the most important characters and the skills that they carry as well are the ones that can counter everywhere. So they have a distinct advantage over pretty much every other character in the entire cast, and there's just a handful of them that have the skills that you would need to sacrifice this person that you might have paid money to try and get, and put that skill on a different character. And they just came out with a little thing. They're just like, hey guys, there's a summoning focus on these guys, so you have a greater chance to get them. And by greater chance, I mean 3% out of 100. And they have that option for you to try and summon them. But this focus ends in 6 days, so you better get out there, ladies and gentlemen. Your first summon's free, but after that, it's gonna come at a let's see what we got here. If I want to buy more orbs, if I just want to like do one summoning session, that's 5 characters, get a 3% chance to purchase them. That's $13. You know, of course, if you want to go bigger, Nintendo's got your back. You can get up to $75 for 140 orbs, and while this game is free, I understand that. And while Nintendo has to make their money, I understand that. Does it really have to be like this shady, this snaky? sort of way of doing business? I mean, do you really have to create a system where there's essentially a bottomless price? I mean, you could spend like infinite funds and not get the character due to probability and just all the different 5-star characters that you'll get. I mean, did they not think about any of this when that guy, the news story came out where that guy spent over $1,000 trying to get Hector, who is one of the guys in this summoning banner. Hector's just like become this sort of cash cow that they throw out. It's just like, oh, it's time to get Hector, and everybody who wants to like be competitive at this game, try and get him, spend a little bit of money. It's really gotten kind of disgusting, especially the time limit part of it. You know, I get that, like, you know, this game needs to make its money, and because there are some whales, it makes the game free for everybody else. But like at a certain point, come on, guys, a 6-day limit. You put all the characters that will make all of your units competitive in a banner for 6 days out of nowhere, no like warning or anything, and just see, like, you know, how much money you can squeeze out of it. Like, why? I feel like there's other ways to do this. I feel like people could buy the heroes that they want for a cheap cost, but that's just the nature of this. It's not about making a lot of money for Nintendo, for EA, for any of these guys. It's about making as much money as you can wring out of someone's dead bones. That's really essentially it. And as someone who has spent much more than I'm proud to say on this game, I'm certainly not a whale, but it's just that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The game is great, and that's the terrible part, is that the game is so good. It's such a great adaptation of Fire Emblem, such a wonderful celebration of where the series has been and where it's going, and the culture that surrounds it, just the silliness that accompanies how serious it is. It's so great for so many reasons. Really, probably the best game that's on iPhone right now in terms of like core gameplay elements. But it's just shackled by this pricing scheme that takes advantage of people who have a tendency to gamble, who have a tendency to just one more chance at getting my favorite Fire Emblem character before he's gone for, 8 months, and then they'll bring him back for a legendary summoning event. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of crass. I mean, if there were different summoning banners and they lasted a longer period of time, give you time to save up your orbs and blah, blah, blah. Or if the orbs just even cost less. I mean, do we really if I want to try and summon one character, I'd have to buy like $4 worth of orbs. And there's a 3% chance that character is going to be someone that I use. Why? I understand this has been ranty. And I understand that I've been saying I understand a lot to try and level with you guys. And there's going to be those of you out there who disagree with me, and I think that's fair. There's room for a discussion here. But games as an industry are barking up the wrong tree when they're starting to attract politicians to start campaigning against them. And I think, as we've seen different rules change recently with the App Store, and I'm sure Google Play will follow suit, this could see eventually a classification similar to gambling. And while I think these companies absolutely deserve whatever punishment is coming for them from these sort of business practices, I don't think that it's going to necessarily benefit the end user. Because at the end of the day, these guys always make their money. That's why they're a corporation. At the end of the day, it's the quality of games and like the funding of games that we enjoy that are going to suffer. And right now, this is the only thing that Nintendo's doing inside of loot boxes and all of that stuff. But just imagine, I want to say if, but it's probably more of a matter of when Mario Odyssey's outfits are all going to be locked behind crates that you buy for real money. It's not a gaming space that I really want to be a part of. I mean, and you just think about it, like, do you not make enough profit margin off of the amiibos, off of the licensing agreements that you have for people playing your platform? Like, off of any of that? I mean, the mobile Nintendo space was originally not supposed to be this cash cow, but really just a place for Nintendo to engage with potential customers. And here it is, just this like Skinner box experiment for how much money can we squeeze out of our loyal Fire Emblem fan base that we were about to can because it wasn't selling good enough. But I suppose that's the price we have to pay. We have to bring the whales and have them shell out their funds so that we can still have Fire Emblem as a game series. And yeah, so that's a very emotional rant. This show is typically not that emotional, but let me know what you think of all this junk. If you look into the comments section of whatever platform you're listening on. I'd love to chat further. We have a subreddit now at r/Nintendo Nightly. Love to talk there as well. And if you want to keep up on all the latest Nintendo news, impressions, all that fun stuff, you can hit the subscribe button on whatever service you're on, and I'll be in your feed about every Monday through Friday around 8 p.m. But yeah, that's my emotional battle with Fire Emblem. I'm probably still going to play it because I'm a little and that's that. See ya.